Hey everyone, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been so scared to do something that it stops you in your tracks? Maybe it's speaking in public, asking your boss for a raise, or even getting on a plane. Fear is real, and it can rob us of amazing experiences. But what if I told you there's a simple way to conquer that fear and turn it into excitement? Stick around because I'm going to share a powerful secret that's helped me and many others crush fear and live more freely. Fear is as real as it gets. There are probably things you're afraid of right now, whether it's in your relationships, your job, or other parts of your life. That fear is holding you back from all the amazing things you could be experiencing. Imagine if you weren't afraid to fly. You could travel the world. Or if you weren't afraid to speak up, you could share your ideas and make more money. Fear stops us all, but it doesn't have to. I'm here to share a secret weapon I've used for years to beat every single fear that used to stop me. Before we dive into this secret weapon, let's cover a few facts about fear. First, fear and excitement are the same physical state in your body. Your heart races, you might sweat, and you feel a pit in your stomach. The difference is in your brain. If you're excited, your brain thinks, this is going to be so cool. If you're afraid, your brain says, this is dangerous. We're going to use this to our advantage. Now, you might have heard advice like, feel the fear and do it anyway, or just think positive thoughts. But that doesn't work. Why? Because when you're afraid, your body is in a state of high arousal, and you can't simply calm down by wishing it away. It's like trying to stop a speeding train with a rock. It just doesn't work. Research shows that ignoring your fears can make them worse, and positive thinking alone can also backfire. So, what do you do when fear strikes? Whether you're about to speak to your boss, fly on a plane, or give a presentation, you can use my 5-second rule combined with an anchor thought. This method helps reframe your mind from fear to excitement. It's worked for me and countless others, and it can work for you too. Real life stories of conquering fear. 1. From panic to peace. Emily's story. Emily had always been terrified of flying. The mere thought of boarding a plane sent her into a spiral of anxiety. She would sweat, her heart would race, and she'd feel a tightening in her chest. This fear limited her ability to travel, affecting both her personal and professional life. Emily decided it was time for a change. She learned about the 5-second rule and the concept of anchor thoughts. Before her next flight, she chose an anchor thought, a peaceful image of herself lounging on a sunny beach, reading a book. As she boarded the plane, fear started to creep in. She counted down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and visualized her anchor thought. Her body began to relax, and she started telling herself, I'm excited to see the beach and feel the sun. By focusing on this positive image, Emily tricked her brain into feeling excitement instead of fear. The flight was smooth, and for the first time, she enjoyed the journey. Emily's story shows how powerful it can be to reframe fear into excitement using a simple anchor thought. 2. Speaking up. James had always been afraid of public speaking. In meetings, he would stay silent, even when he had great ideas to share. This fear was holding him back in his career. One day, he decided he'd had enough. He learned about the 5-second rule and anchor thoughts. Before his next big meeting, James chose an anchor thought, the image of his colleagues clapping after his presentation. When the meeting started and it was his turn to speak, he felt the familiar rush of fear. He counted down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and focused on his anchor thought. He told himself, I'm excited to share my ideas and contribute to the team. With this new mindset, James stood up and delivered his points confidently. The meeting went well, and his ideas were well received. This experience boosted his confidence, and he started speaking up more often. James' journey is a testament to how reframing fear can open doors and create new opportunities. 3. Taking control. Lisa's transformation. Lisa had a fear of asking for what she wanted. Whether it was asking her boss for a raise or requesting help from a colleague, she felt paralyzed by fear. She decided to try the 5-second rule and an anchor thought to change her approach. Lisa's anchor thought was the image of herself celebrating after successfully negotiating a raise. When the time came to speak to her boss, she felt her heart race and her palms sweat. She counted down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and visualized her anchor thought. She told herself, I'm excited to have this conversation and advocate for myself. Her boss appreciated her confidence and granted her the raise. This success empowered Lisa to continue asking for what she wanted, both at work and in her personal life. Lisa's transformation highlights how taking control of your thoughts can lead to achieving your goals. The 5-second rule and anchor thoughts in action. So, how do you put this into practice? It's simple. Let's say you're about to give a presentation and you're terrified. First, come up with an anchor thought. This should be something that makes you happy and is related to the situation. Maybe it's the image of your colleagues clapping for you after your presentation. When you start feeling the fear, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This interrupts your fear and switches on your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that handles decision making and focus. Then, immediately visualize your anchor thought and tell yourself, I'm excited to give this presentation and share my ideas. This method works because it tricks your brain into thinking the physical symptoms of fear are actually symptoms of excitement. Your brain believes what you tell it, so use that to your advantage, making it practical and fun. Now, let's make this fun. Imagine you're at a theme park, about to get on a roller coaster. You're scared, but you also know it's going to be thrilling. Use the 5-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then think of the rush of excitement you'll feel as the ride takes off. Tell yourself, I'm excited for this adventure. By the time the ride starts, you're ready to enjoy it. Or picture yourself at a social event, wanting to talk to someone new but feeling nervous. Count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and think of the interesting conversation you're about to have. Tell yourself, I'm excited to meet someone new. You'll find it much easier to approach them. Remember, fear is real, but you don't have to let it control you. By using the 5-second rule and anchor thoughts, you can reframe your fear into excitement and take control of your life. Whether it's flying, speaking in public, or asking for what you want, these simple techniques can make a huge difference. So, next time you feel afraid, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and think of something positive. Tell yourself, I'm excited, and watch how your life changes. Try it out, share your successes, and let's conquer our fears. Together.